Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Coach Raheem, and today what I'm going to talk to you about is how to overcome any roadblock. Now, overcoming roadblocks has been a challenge that many of us are confronted with day to day in our journey as we go through life and we experience different things, we interact with different people, we run into these roadblocks that we encounter. And a lot of what I do in my day to day life is dealing with helping other people overcome their roadblocks, which ultimately becomes my challenge. And how well can I overcome or help other people overcome the roadblocks that they're confronted with? So here's the thing, right? First of all, you have to get comfortable with the fact that roadblocks are a natural part of life. There's never going to be a time when you don't have roadblocks. Now, that's important to understand because if in your mind you're thinking, man, I can't wait until this is over, I can't wait until there's a time when I don't have roadblocks, you're going to be waiting a long time because roadblocks are always going to be there. Part of our journey, whether we like to admit it or not, deals with us making progress, us growing. And through the process of growth comes these places where we go into an unfamiliar territory. And that unfamiliar territory has naturally built in challenges, things that we don't know anything about. Otherwise, what's progress if the progress that we make is the same place that we've already been? Okay, so that's the first thing I want you to realize about challenges and roadblocks. They all are natural parts of your environment. They're natural parts of this life that we live. They come with the territory because they invite us to have a new reality, something different than what we've had in the past. Now, in a few minutes, I'm going to expose you to something that is going to change the way you view what I just said, because it's going to sound different. Okay. And I want you to know that naturally it's going to sound different. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. In order to overcome any roadblock, you have to already have overcome or overcame that roadblock. That's the shaky part. The reason why it's shaky is because the mental state that is required to overcome a roadblock is a mental state that puts you in a position where you've already done it. You have to see it in your mind, like you have to vision it. You have to visualize yourself as already overcoming the roadblock, already moving past that challenge. And as a result of visualizing yourself as already moving past that roadblock, you see the steps. It becomes clearer to you, right? You learn how to find the clues that are going to help you to overcome that roadblock, whatever it may be. Say your roadblock may be there's a certain job that you want, or your roadblock may be that there's a team that you're playing against. Maybe you play basketball or you play football, and in that football game or in that basketball game, you're facing your biggest rival. They're bigger than you, they're faster, they're stronger, maybe they have more talent. The person who wins the game or the person who achieves what they really want, that job or whatever the case may be, is not necessarily the person who you think is going to win or who you think is going to obtain the job. Usually it's the person who can see themselves in that position. In other words, you have to see yourself winning the game. You have to see yourself in the position that you want, therefore being able to see all of the things that are possible and all of the things that are necessary for you to have that place. The universe generally will bring to you your reflection. When you look out in a world and you look at all of the things, wherever you're at, if you're at work right now, or if you are in your car, or if you're sitting at home, if you look at everything around you, all of these things are a mirror reflection of your interpretations of these things. Your brain is processing them according to what you believe the meanings are of those things. Okay, the TV that you're looking at, the radio that you're looking at, the road that you're looking at, the car that you're looking at, whatever it is that you're looking at, your mind is constantly interpreting these things. So that's the shaky part of it, because you'll think to yourself, well, I don't really have the thing that I want, but you're telling me that I have to look at and view the thing that I want as if it already happened. That is just the truth. It's the way. It's if you've ever been in a situation where you've wanted something so bad that you can see it, taste it, smell it, you can feel it, and you knew it was going to happen, and then it happened. It's the same scenario. It's no different than that situation. You projected onto the environment the reality that you wanted to have, and by doing that, the reality that you wanted became a real reality. So you're stretching reality. That word reality is a funny word because it deals with projections. Is not really a true word in the sense of giving facts, a factual account. And you know that is very easy to prove simply by bringing one or a few people into a situation, have them observe something that took place, and then get their opinion of what took place. You'll find that all of them will give different stories. And because all people are giving different stories, that lets you know that there are a few different realities. They say perception is reality. And it's just so true, because the way other people see things is the way they're going to respond to it. And the way that they see you is the way that they're going to respond to you. So if you walk around and behave as if you're defeated, you can't win, or you got a game, or there's something that you want and you'll never have it, your reality is going to play back to you exactly what you're giving out to your reality. So if you want to obtain a certain thing, if you want something, it can be a feeling. It doesn't even have to be a material thing. It can be overcoming a game against a rival team. You have to see yourself as the winner. And therefore, the person who holds that image in their mind long enough, strong enough, and really believes it, the reality is going to become what you want it to be, because everything in your environment is going to start to respond to you that kind of way. Okay? Realize the truth in everything that you do, that you are looking at a mirror image of what you're putting out in the world. You're looking at a mirror image of what you are putting out in the world. Your interpretations is what you are seeing, because you only truly understand yourself. Truly, you understand yourself. Even when someone is telling you something and they're giving you their perception, even as you're listening to this video or you're listening to my podcast, you are interpreting the words that I'm saying and the actions that I'm making as your reality. Now, there may be similarities. We may be parallel in thought, or we may be completely off. You may be listening to this and going, you know what? I disagree. And that's fine. If you disagree, just means that your perception is different from mine. But I think that if you were to dig deep enough, or if you were to take a couple of looks and process this information, you eventually come to the thought that, you know what, I am looking at myself because I'm interpreting this. Who is telling me what this means? Nobody. You're telling you what the meaning of the things that you see around you are. So if you don't see yourself overcoming a roadblock, guess what? You're not going to overcome that roadblock. Even if you do overcome it, you won't realize it because you won't allow yourself to feel the feelings and associate the experiences of overcoming with overcoming that roadblock. You'll hold yourself. And a lot of people do it. It's unfortunate, but it happens. So be very clear that the truth is the only person that really knows your story is you. You know your reality. You have to interpret that reality. You can get help from others, but constantly be very clear that you are the one that is doing the work. When I work with my clients and we're talking about relationships, or we're talking about overcoming some challenge or something of that nature, I'm constantly uh, telling them that the heavy lifting is always going to come from you. I'm a supporting cast member in your life. Your life is not about doing what I think you should do. Your life is about doing what you know you should do. You getting clear about that. Transformations are very slow and very subtle. So as you are in the process of getting in your mind what you want and then making the transformational steps, keep in mind that those steps are better when they're small, slow, and incremental. Because as you make those transformational steps towards becoming what you want or achieving what you want, there are a lot of changes that are going to take place. And the ability for the changes to hold, to stick, is going to be based on your ability to understand what you've changed. Because if you don't understand what you've changed, you'll fall back to your old ways, your old habits. You know, if you're 30 years old, you have 30 years of practice building the old reality. The new reality, if it's very different from the reality that you have right now, is going to require a lot of small little steps, little changes that you have to sustain. And the easiest way to sustain something is to really understand it. It's very difficult, almost impossible to sustain a step or sustain a transformation that you don't truly understand. Sure, there are going to be some things that you don't understand, but the parts that make that new reality true are the things that you have to know yourself. Let go of your old beliefs. That's another thing that is going to be critical for you. Sure, you can revisit your old beliefs to learn from it, but when it comes down to becoming true to your new reality, embracing it and having fun with it and really enjoying the new you, the new improved version of yourself, it really requires you to let go of your old beliefs. If you're trying to bring old things into new situations, it's going to be very difficult for you to make a full transformation, one that is sustainable, because you're trying to put old things in a new situation and you just really can't. It's not applicable in most situations unless the changes that you're making are so small and so subtle that it is insignificant. But if if you're trying to overcome a roadblock, you want to have a breakthrough in your life, you're trying to improve something about yourself that is completely foreign to you, it's going to require a lot of changes. It's going to require a lot of small, little detailed changes that allow the new reality to exist, to take hold in your life in such a way where you can benefit from all of the new things, your newfound abilities, your improved thinking, your opened mind to a different reality, a different environment, different types of people. It may even require you to learn to interact with people who your old person, your old mindset, the beliefs that you had before are no longer appropriate. So the person who you were before could never interact and get along with the person or the people that you're interacting with now. You need to become somebody else. You need to grow yourself and take an improved mindset of your new reality. If you're somebody who is dealing with roadblocks, which we all are, or want to overcome challenges or has something that you really want to do, but you're finding it very difficult, I want you to reach out to me. I'm at coachraheem.com. I specialize in the ridiculous. So if you have a situation that you're trying to improve, a relationship that you're trying to revamp, or you're wanting to ensure that your new relationships hold and are strong and can meet the test of time by overcoming roadblocks, get at me, coachraheem.com. Until next time, any roadblock that you want to overcome or challenge that you want to overcome or break through, it is important. It is very important that you get honest with yourself, clear your mind, and see what you want. Until next time.